What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in today. My name's Kaylee. Go ahead and leave a like or a comment. Let me know you're here. Go ahead and subscribe too, because this is a young, early, small family right now. And if you want to be a part of that, you have a great opportunity to do that. You know, we're under 100 subscribers still, so lock in, really tune in with me so I can get a feel for what you guys are wanting throughout this channel. Today's topic. I had somebody comment. By somebody, I mean my day one. God, just knocked everything over. Yeah, my mama commented some deep-rooted stuff we could talk about today. So, how to heal while toxicity surrounds you. Today, we're going to dig into people with mental illness, alcoholism, addiction, physical and verbal abuse, negative energy throughout your family, or generational trauma. You know, how can you heal as an individual while either being in the environment of this toxicity, dating somebody that has it in their family? You know, maybe your sister, your brother started a family and, you know, they're getting verbally or physically abused by their partner or whatever. You know, you never know what the situation could be. Domestic violence is big. My aunt was in a big domestic violence case. Alicia Waters, she got shot by her ex-fiance 5 times while she was at work. Well, while she was trying to go into work. Really messed her up. You know, she was a quadriplegic. She lived for a few years after that. She had a really happy life. She passed away not too long ago. You know, it's sad cases that we can't do anything about that affect families forever. That messed my Uncle Justin up bad. You know what I mean? Like, his girlfriend just got shot by the ex 5 times. And there was nothing he could do about it because then the shitter was DOA. So he committed himself, and that was that. And it was a very sad day. I remember it even messed my family up for a while. So, you know, it had my mom depressed, and then it was causing issues between my mom and her husband, my stepdad. You know, it had me questioning, like, where's my mom? Because she was at the hospital every night. She was with Alicia every night, and I didn't understand that as a child. I was very confused. So, domestic violence, anything like that, it does not just affect the couple or the woman or the man that's in the situation. It affects everybody. And when nobody talks about it, oh my gosh, it builds. And yes, that's where you get generational trauma. When you don't heal through something. Hold on, my dog has something. Roxy, what do you have? Oh, hold on. We're back. She just had a little piece of paper. But anyways, when you don't heal from something, or when your family doesn't talk about it, when they just ignore it, one day that pot is going to boil over. And who's to tell what's going to be coming out of whose mouth, when, where, if it's true or what. So it's important that you talk about it when it happens. My mom did a good job at this. When I was finally old enough to understand everything, and a couple months after the situation happened, that's when we could go around Alicia and we could grasp that she was a quadriplegic. You know, we were kids, we didn't understand. But anyways, that's just one case of domestic violence that relates to my life. So I don't know what your situation looks like, or, you know, maybe somebody in your family has mental illness, or maybe one of your parents is an alcoholic, or one of your siblings has an addiction. You know, how can you continue to grow as a person and heal through what you've been put through by this situation while it still surrounds you, while they're still an addict, while they're still addicted to alcohol, while they're still being abused? It's kind of crappy, but how can you live your life while they're not able to live their fullest? That's what we're talking about today. Let me get my dog one more time. We are going to get the cats locked up and the dog locked up. Give me a second. Okay, the cats are up. I think we should be good now. Roxy's right here by me. Some things I had to learn how to do, and some things I'm still learning how to do, is, you know, focus on what I can control. So, you know, there's going to be a lot of chaos, probably a lot of emergencies, or a lot of ups and downs, highs and lows throughout your life if you're dealing with somebody or a situation like this. Or maybe it's you. Maybe you have a mental illness. Maybe you're an addict. You don't know. You know what I mean? Being able to focus on the things you can control will play to your hand really heavy. It will make you a better person overall. It'll build characteristics within yourself and confidence within yourself that a lot of people don't have nowadays. So, you know, you can focus on, if you work out, you can focus on, you know, like your nutrition. And these might sound silly, but these are real, simple, day-to-day things that are going to make you feel human, like you have control over your life. You know, you can control what job you have. You can control what you learn, what you consume. Maybe instead of distracting yourself with TikTok because you're so upset, you can distract yourself with a nice YouTube podcast or a nice book, you know, like distract yourself with something else. And I'm not saying TV's bad. If that is how you know, just relax and come to peace, is watching a movie or watching your show, and you don't think about anything while you're doing that, by all means, do that. I think that's really good. It's good to shut your brain off every once in a while. But she is breaking into the water, y'all. Roxy! Come here. I'm trying to break into the 24-pack of water. You can't get in there, baby. You can't get in there. You trying to tell me you're thirsty? She needs water. Hold on. All right. She got water. She good now. Let's keep talking. Back to the main question. How to heal while toxicity surrounds you. I don't know how heartless you are. I don't know how severe your situation is. But if you have an abusive parent beating on you, or if you have an alcoholic, you know, stealing money from you and stuff like that, and you're old enough, wise enough, have enough resources to get away, by all means, cut it off. You know what I mean? Cut that person off. Cut that situationship off. It's not worth it. I know you think that you're going to hurt them right now by not being there for them and all of that, but in the long run, you're hurting them more. You need to show them how much you care about them by not being there at all while they're doing this themselves. You don't deserve to be hit, lied to, stolen from, just torn down emotionally. You don't deserve that. Nobody deserves that. Especially if you're doing that to yourself, quit doing that to yourself. You know, mental illness will have you thinking things about yourself that is just not good, positive thoughts about yourself, and about other people. Mental illness is not a joke. It is also a very widespread term in America, I've noticed. I was diagnosed with bipolar depression, whatever, and I still don't consider me to have mental illness because I am fully aware. I'm fully in my body. I am conscious. Yeah. Like, I can tell when I hate this word, a little bit manic, you know, like more hyper or excited. And I can tell when I'm feeling a little bit more low. And I don't think that is mental illness. I think that is human emotion, and psychologists and all of that, or whatever, wanted to put just a name on it. And now that name, mental illness, sometimes can be a bad rep. I don't think it's a bad thing for people to have mental illness. I think there's a lot of benefits from it, and then it's also can be very difficult at times. So please, what's that word? God dang it, y'all. I keep losing my train of thought. Please just know that when I say mental illness, I don't mean to offend anybody. When I talk about alcoholism, addiction, any of this stuff, I'm not trying to offend anybody. I really just want to be able to touch base on topics that are in my area, you know, what I've seen in my life, what I've been through. So this was a perfect topic to touch base on today. I have healed through toxicity my whole entire life. You know, I was verbally abused by my stepdad, I would say, growing up. You know, we got whipped, like the normal stuff. So I wasn't saying I was physically abused, but definitely just not not treated how I was supposed to be treated. And, you know, I had to grow up in this. I had to grow through this. I had to literally go to school knowing I was going to come home and, like, it would be living hell. And sometimes that made school hell, because I remember this one time I took those little online tests, like, do you want to kill yourself? And at the time, y'all, I was really suicidal, and I thought it was anonymous, so I was telling the truth. No, they pulled me into the office. They called my mom. It's a big ordeal. Now she knows I'm suicidal. Like, it was just crazy. It was a mess, and that is probably where the generational trauma started to break through. Once my mom saw how depressed we were as kids, and how depressed she was as a woman, like, things just had to change. And I feel comfortable talking about this on here because it's not a secret. You know, this is my life. I lived it. You can ask me anything. I'm an open book. I'm here to tell you, whether you're younger than me, older than me, I always feel like I'm teachable. You can teach me anything, whether you're younger, whether you're older. I hope that the words I say impact you, or at least, like, make you think different, you know? Not even different, but this is just my perspective, and I've always appreciated other people's perspective, so that's why I do this. Yeah, I guess I just want to leave it on a little recap. Make sure the things you can control, you're controlling. If you know you're sad, don't sit there and lay in your bed and get more sad. Do something about it. Go outside and get some sunlight. If you know you have a drinking problem, get help. If you want help, get help. It's hard to help people that don't want help yet, because they just can't see that they need it. They don't think nothing's wrong. If you know that something's wrong with you, by the grace of God, go get help. Save yourself, you know. Nobody out here is going to save you. I made an episode, Nobody's Coming to Save Me, Now What? Maybe go watch that one too, because this is your life. You have to take control of it. Whether you're the abuser or whether you're the victim, you know, the situation is happening. It already happened, whatever. Now what? We have to grow from this. We have to learn from this. If this sparked any questions, leave them in the comments down below, please. I really enjoyed talking to you guys. This is honestly what I wanted to do for my whole entire life, so make it worth it for me. You know what I mean? I'm here, y'all. Every day, I'm here. I got my notifications on. Hit that comment. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. Go ahead and even turn them bells on. You know what I mean? I want to be able to do this video thing for as long as possible. I want to take this as far as I can take it. So, help me. Be there. And I'm going to help you too. And I promise you guys, I will not let you down. Until the next video, peace and love. Peace.